What's going on, YouTube and Uncommon Sense clan? It's your boy Uncommon Sense back at you again with another fragrance review to get into our top 10 most affordable fragrances in my collection for summer 2020. Let me start it off with an honorable mention. Sexy Secret. I usually find this fragrance in places like Marshalls, Ross, TJ Maxx, etc. for about 10 or 11 bucks. This one is along the lines of Sexual Sugar Daddy. I did a video about love to hate fragrances. You can check that video right there. I'm gonna put this on skin because in the air doesn't do it justice. Frozen grapefruit, a little bit of sugar, some freshness. It's kind of along that Bleu de Chanel shower gel vibe. You really can't go wrong with it. It's somewhat generic, but again, it smells amazing. So don't expect summer fragrances to last a long amount of time, usually because the freshies tend to burn off quickly off of my skin, and that's my experience. I would urge you guys though, if you see fragrances like these around and you find yourself looking for some more utilitarian where you don't have to burn through some of your more costly fragrances, it doesn't hurt to roll with the more affordable fragrances. Everything that I'm going to demonstrate for you guys today is going to be in the range of 10 bucks to about 28 bucks. With that being said, we're going to get right into our top 10. We have Lucky number 6 by Lucky Brand. Lucky Brands deems this one an exotic fragrance with essence of neroli, hydroponic plum, and sandalwood. I'm going to be smelling good by the time this video over. There's a little bit of neroli in there, some sharpness, some citrus. Number 6 has a freshness that I feel coincides with the vibe of summer. The sweetness of it I really enjoy. $16 for this. It actually looks like something that you would use to cook. Like, this feels like it would be a dropper and you would, take some of the potion or tonic out of there and put it, whatever you're going to put it in. I do recall seeing Big Bear Business putting this as one of his least reached. I get that, especially when you have a collection as great as his. Coming in at number 9, we have Salvatore Ferragamo, Free Time. Salvatore Ferragamo Free Time reminds me of Clinique's Happy. It has that beachy vibe, and it also has that marine and aquatic feel. You can tell by the bottle, it's blue. It smells amazing with that bright opening of citrus. You can check out my review for it here. 25 bucks. Gives the vibe of Clinique Happy. It does, in my experience, burn off a little quick. I do have a tip though. I have another fragrance that made my beast mode fragrances, Jessica Simpson Fantasy Nights, which has a heavy patchouli base. I put that on first and put this on top. Then this fragrance tends to perform a little bit better. Another tip that I have is to use a roll-on body oil and then put this on top. They have to be in the same scent profile though in order for you to be able to really enjoy this fragrance and get its true nature. Roll-ons like Egyptian Musk will help to carry this fragrance a little bit longer so that it can perform a little bit better on your skin. Coming up to the number 8 spot, Tommy Tropics. I don't know why my fragrances don't want to spray today. This is very fresh. I really enjoyed this. I feel like this one feels like summer. It has that spearmint note with some sweetness in there. This fragrance is somewhat of the same scent profile as Jean Paul Gaultier's Popeye or Frag. I paid $17 at Ross. I'd gladly wear this fragrance and keep a decant on me to refresh as needed, especially for summer. This feels like something I would wear to like Great America or Carnival or out because it has that freshness, and I thoroughly enjoy the way the fragrance smells. For the price of this one, you really can't go wrong. I really dig the spearmint note in this one, and I feel like even though I have Thierry Mugler's Cryptomint, Azara's Wild Mint, there is still room for this in my collection. In addition to having Prado Luna Rossa, which all of these fragrances have a mint type of background or a mint characteristic. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but I am partial to the note of mint on my skin. Coming in at number 7, we have Porsche Design, The Essence. Meh atomizer. Paid about $24 for 50 ml. 1.7 fluid ounce. And Titi put me onto this fragrance. He had it up as one of his scents of the day. The way he described it made me want to go check this one out. I got this a month and a half ago, but this is one of those fragrances that I believe you cannot overspray. I unloaded 10 sprays and it was on point. I believe this one draws some comparison to Burberry Weekend. It's a little different to me though, with blueberry being one of those top notes that really stands out. Let me find an empty spot. Last time I wore this was about 2 weeks ago. It hadn't got really hot yet, but it was starting to. It smelled like blueberry marmalade in a way. It's not overpowering. It smells fresh and clean. I really enjoy the blueberry note. And I don't have many fragrances with a note of blueberry, so I was enthralled to give this a shot. In addition, that bottle's pretty nice. I'm going to be rocking this for summer, and it's different enough to sit in my collection without being redundant. If you guys haven't given this a shot and you find yourself in your fragrance hauls and you feel like, man, I need so-and-so so I can get that free shipping, I think this could be a great addition while you continue to travel along your fragrance journey. To our number 6 spot, Bora Bora by Liz Claiborne. Bora Bora by Liz Claiborne is one of those fragrances that I have seen around the discount fragrance stores every time I went in there, and I've never given it much play. I feel like a little bit of a fool because I really enjoy this fragrance. It feels and smells like vacation. Mr. Cheapsense and I were talking about this fragrance, and he too had come across this multiple times in the discount stores and had never really given a shot. I paid $13 for 100 ml. I feel like that's money well spent. For summer, I definitely will be rocking this one because it smells and feels like vacation. It smells and feels like coconut drinks and grass skirts and tiki torches, stuff like that. It has that type of vibe that makes you want to get out there and party. Bringing us up to our number 5 spot, Insurrection Pure 2. I got Insurrection Pure 2 from Amazon and I paid $23 for 100 ml. As far as the scent, if you guys don't know, this one is a clone of Creed's Aventus. Nice atomizer. I'm gonna put some of this on. Just got out the shower. I hadn't put on any fragrances because I knew I was going to be doing this video. A lot of people have experience with this fragrance not performing on their skin. This one performs pretty well on my skin. I get anywhere between 5 to 6 hours. The opening of this one to me is a little bit closer to the opening of Creed's Aventus, the fruity pineapple batch. The dry down on this one is again a little bit more smoky. If you have not already, drop a like, comment, and definitely if you're enjoying this content, be sure to subscribe. We will continue to put out content, hopefully that you find appealing and want to continue to watch. With that being said, I want you guys to also share what are some of your most affordable fragrances for the summer. Let me know what you guys are going to be rocking because I'm always on the hunt for fragrances that I've never experienced. You put me on, I put you on, and then talk about what our fragrance journeys or what some of our favorites are. It's a reflexive type of relationship. Coming up to the number 4 spot, we got Bogart Story Green by Jacques Bogart. Great atomizer too. I like that wide distribution. The opening on this one is very, very nice. That citrus, that pineapple is on point. Now that mid, the mid on this one, that cardamom comes in and it is a heavy cardamom scent and it is spicy. This one is billed as a summer fragrance, and I will say this, as I wear this for the summertime, I'm going to control the amount of sprays. I'll probably do 3 total because the spiciness of this one may make it lean toward other seasons. Other individuals may think this one is not fit for summer. However, I love the fruitiness. An individual in the Frag Comm groups put me on to Bogart Story Green. I'm going to link him here, or I'm going to link him in the description because he is one of the individuals that always has a great suggestion and he just has a positive attitude. I love his energy. Always brings different fragrances. We're Uncommon Scents. That's what we want to continue to bring and highlight fragrances that are not as mainstream as others. For Bogart Story Green, I paid about $24 for 100 ml. Coming in at number 3, Cheap and Chic Moschino I Love Love. Nice atomizer. You guys are probably saying, how the hell you smell your elbow? I can smell it, trust me. I can't lick it, but I can smell it. Fellas, I know what you're going to say.
But that's a woman's fragrance.
We went over this. Listen, I understand. I get it. However, I love the scent profile of this one. A lot of people compare it to Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue. For 30 ml, I paid $24. I'm partial to the House of Moschino. They can do no wrong to me. Whereas I'm not too much feeling Dolce & Gabbana these days. So I'd rather stay with who I know that works for me. I enjoy this fragrance. Some individuals have complained about longevity issues with this one. However, my expectations for the freshies or bluish fragrances is not the highest in my experience and on my skin. These fragrances do tend to burn off a little bit quicker, especially in heat. And I get about 3.5, 4 hours of performance out of this one. Coming up to our number 2 spot, Sean John's 3 a.m. Sean John's 3 a.m. is a very refreshing fragrance. I enjoy this. The atomizer on here is dope too. Let you guys get a whiff of that. Kind of reminds you of Dior's atomizers, Jimmy Choo's, etc. And to be honest with you, this one kind of reminds me of Jimmy Choo's Man Ice. As you guys can see, I'm almost through my 30 mil and it smells amazing. It has been a dumb reach for a while. The only reason why I've not highlighted it on my channel before is because I find it a little bit redundant to Jimmy Choo Man Ice in my nose. It does not smell exactly like it, but like I was talking to another creative, I said same zip code, different street, if that makes sense. So while they're not the same fragrance, they're in the same neighborhood, especially as I have 100 mil Jimmy Choo sitting around that I actually need to utilize a little bit more. Since Sean John fragrances have moved over to Jacavi Beauty Group, the quality of them has dropped in my experience and in my opinion. However, I won't lie, I will be spraying the hell out of this until it's empty. I paid $15 for the 30 mil. However, I'm pretty sure I can get the 3.4 fluid ounce or the 100 mil and pay no more than $26. Now, usually when I am in creative mode, I stay off of YouTube and I'm not looking at any reviews, I'm not commenting, I'm not responding, etc. because I don't want to see different things on other individuals' lists or different reviews. I made the conscious decision to hop on JC's channel. This was his number 1. Shout out to JC, Justin Copeland. That's one of the individuals that I look up to in my fragrance journey, and I've been watching him for years. So if you guys have not checked him out, I'll leave his info below too. Well, you guys, we've made it. You guys hung in there with me all the way to my number 1 spot. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with me, and I thoroughly appreciate that. Our number 1 spot belongs to Perry Ellis 18 Intense. Now, the reason why I showed you guys this box is because not only do I get 30 mil of the fragrance, we got a little deodorant in there as well. Saw this at Ross. Paid $18 for 30 mil. In my experience, this fragrance is indeed a performer and it has some great longevity. If you guys have not smelled Perry Ellis 18 Intense, it reminds you a little bit of Issey Miyake. Individuals I know have compared it to Issey Miyake. Decent atomizer. And it's an enjoyable fragrance. It smells amazing. You can dress it up or down. It's kind of in the same vein of Hannah Moret's HM, the Eau de Parfum. It kind of has a little bit of a lemony vanilla vibe, but the dry down on this one is beautiful. I do remember leaving the club and you people back was like,
damn, somebody smell good.
And lo and behold, it was me. Got a chance to catch up with the individual outside. Indeed, again, let me know that I smelled great. So in addition to having great longevity, good performance, has decent projection, and I got some compliments on top of it all. In addition to that, the price was amazing. So I reviewed this fragrance a while back. I'll tag that so you guys can check it out if you've not, for a more in-depth review of Perry Ellis 18 Intense. That's going to sum it all up for our most affordable top 10 for men summer 2020. I really appreciate you guys for sticking with me, sharing, liking, commenting, subscribing, all the different ways we interact. I really appreciate all of your involvement because it encourages me to continue doing what I'm doing. Make sure that you guys leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of this list and of any of these. What are your experiences with these fragrances? Feel free to drop me your top 10 because I'm always on the hunt for some uncommon scents. So lay it on me. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, from the top, the sides, and underneath. I love you guys, and I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. It's been your boy Uncommon Scents, and I'm out. I just want to come through and talk a little bit about what's going on in the world, in my world. At this point, I myself needing to withdraw from the constant onslaught of the images in the media and the violence against black and brown people. And at this particular point, I'm turning my focus inward to myself and to you guys as a creative to put additional content out. While I am very heartbroken about the things that are going on in the media as it comes to black and brown individuals, I find myself needing to take a dose of self-care and pull myself away from all of the negativity that is occurring on social media, in the media period. So with that being said, I did want to address the elephant in the room as the killing of unarmed black and brown people. I am in full solidarity with all the individuals on the front lines. We thank you, and I appreciate your service and sticking up for the black and brown individuals whose voices have not been heard. For the individuals out there that are on the front lines demonstrating, whether it be peaceful protest or a riotous one, I have noticed that a lot of the black-owned businesses have remained intact and untouched. So with that being said, I am very grateful that individuals are using discretion when they are voicing their concerns and showing their distrust and displeasure for the events that are going on in the media.